Hi, Lazyman here with another tip on living life the Lazyman way. Some of my friends are having real problems with their kids. They're being disobedient, rebellious, they're getting in trouble, they're not doing good in school. Is there anything more stressful, more anguishing for a parent than when their kids are not doing well? So they asked me, do I have any tips on raising kids? And the answer is yes, I have 2 tips that I believe if you follow these tips, your kids are going to grow up and become really great kids. So here it is. It comes from a saying that I think you've all heard, love thy neighbor as thyself. Now, how do we do that? Well, first, we have to love ourselves. We can't give away something that we don't have. So if you're not loving yourself, your kids are not going to turn out very well. They'll turn out just like you, and they won't love themselves. They have low self-esteem, and that's what leads to getting into trouble. So I want each of you to look in the mirror, and that person that's looking back at you, do you love that person? Can you say, I love you, to yourself? And if you can say that, then you're ready for tip number 2. Now, I can say that. I love myself. The lazy man's got the greatest life on the planet. I mean, there's nobody that I'd rather be than me. Life is perfect. It can't get any better. There's nothing that I want that I don't already have. All my needs are fulfilled. Everything's great. You've seen my other videos. You know how this is. So if you can get that self-love going, then you have something inside of you that you can give away. And if you can get that into your children, they'll have this great self-love as well. And children that truly love themselves turn out really well. So tip number 2 is how to communicate and to deliver this self-love inside of me and get it to be communicated inside of our children. So there's two modes. Conventional wisdom is you can't just tell your kids you love them, you got to show them. The lazy man disagrees with that. One, showing them all the time, well, that takes a lot of effort. So the lazy man would prefer to try a different route, unless, of course, he's doing the actions because he's doing them. So what is the alternative? Is to tell your children that you love them. Now, if you just tell them, hey, you're getting ready to go in the morning, everybody's leaving, and you go, hey, love you guys, yeah, love you too, see you later. No, that is just words. I'm not talking about just saying the words and your kids hearing them. That is meaningless. What I'm talking about is speaking these words powerfully so that your children feel the words, not just hear them. So how do you do that? Every day, and I mean every single day, you take that 15 seconds. I mean, it just doesn't take any time. And you take each of your kids and you pause and you look them in the eye and make sure they're looking in your eyes. If they're looking away, you got to pause until they actually are looking at you, and you make that eye contact. And you say to them, I love you. Do you know that? Now, the first time you do it, they're going to be kind of uncomfortable. They're going to go, yeah, sure, Dad. Hey, I got to go. But just keep doing that every single day. And after a while, you're going to pause and you're going to look them in the eye, and they'll look at you and you're going to say, hey, I love you. Do you know? Yeah, Dad, I know that. You've said it 1,000 times. But you know what? When they're saying that, they're going to have a big smile on their face because they are going to know that they're loved. And there's nothing more powerful in a child's life than to know that she is loved. So if you take those 2 tips, love yourself and then communicate that love to your children by speaking the words powerfully into their eyes. It's the window to the soul. The words will pierce into their hearts and they'll feel them. And they're going to turn out to be great kids. And you know what else? You're going to turn out to have a pretty darn good life too, because people who love themselves just enjoy life. So those are my tips for today. Lazy Man, signing off.